American Idol made musical icons out of its talented winners, and at times, even those who didn't make it to the finals became household names. But tragically, some up-and-coming stars fell before they ever had the chance to shine. American Idol began as a summer replacement series on Fox in 2002, and Nikki McKibbin helped the show establish itself and its hallmarks. Every season seems to feature a rock-oriented performer who doesn't quite fit in with all the pop singers and adult contemporary divas, and McKibbin was the first.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Recognizable for her bright hair and flashy stage outfits, McKibbin covered Pat Benatar and Stevie Nicks songs on her way to nearly winning American Idol, finishing in third place behind Kelly Clarkson and Justin Guarini. After struggling with Sony Music over the creative direction of her career, McKibbin independently released her long-awaited debut album, Unleashed, in 2007. On October 31, 2020, McKibbin's husband Craig Sadler announced that an aneurysm befell the reality TV contestant and musician. Kept on life support systems for a few days so that her organs could be donated per her wishes, McKibbin died on November 1, 2020, at the age of 42. Guarini wrote on Instagram, "Nikki McKibbin was a fiery, funny lady who could sing the hell out of a rock song, with the same kind of ease and command she lovingly used to cut you with her twangy southern wit." Even before his very successful run at American Idol in 2021, Willie Spence was already famous for his singing. While still in high school, the YouTube video he made of himself singing Rihanna's Diamonds became a viral hit, amassing more than 30 million views. Spence then breezed through every stage of the American Idol process, almost winning season 19 and finishing in second place behind Chase Beckham. On the afternoon of October 11, 2022, Spence was driving his Jeep on Interstate 24 in Tennessee when he suddenly lost control of the vehicle and struck the rear end of a semi-truck stopped on the highway's shoulder. Upon arrival, authorities pronounced Spence dead, and the Marion County Medical Examiner's Office would cite multi-system trauma due to motor vehicle accident as the cause of death. The singer was 23 years old. American Idol judge Luke Bryan wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter, "Willie really did light up every room he walked into. He could change the mood instantly when he started singing. He will truly be missed." Born and raised in Perth, Australia, Michael Johns moved to the US to attend college on a tennis scholarship before switching to his true passion of music. He formed a band and then landed a solo deal with Maverick Records just before the label collapsed. When he auditioned for season 7 of American Idol in 2008, Johns was 28 years old, right near the show's age limit. Johns rode what Judge Simon Cowell called a white soul singer vibe to an 8th place finish on American Idol, before continuing his recording career, releasing the album Hold Back My Heart and collaborating with producer David Foster. According to Johns' family, a fatal blood clot developed in Johns' ankle following a sprained ankle. Johns died at age 35 in August 2014, with the official cause of death cited as an enlarged heart and a fatty liver. American Idol judge Paula Abdul wrote on X, "I'm heartbroken over the loss of Michael Johns. His enormous talent, gigantic heart, and infectious personality will live in my heart forever." One of the youngest American Idol contestants ever, 17-year-old Seattle singer Leah LaBelle made it to the final televised single-elimination episodes of the show in its 2004 season. A wildcard pick by Judge Paula Abdul, LaBelle got eliminated after reaching the top 12 and covering Al Green's Let's Stay Together and the Supremes' You Keep Me Hangin' On. LaBelle joined major hip-hop label So So Def Recordings and released multiple EPs, albums, and singles, including a self-titled 2012 effort produced by Pharrell Williams and Jermaine Dupri. In the early morning hours of January 31, 2018, LaBelle was riding in a Range Rover driven by her partner, former NBA player Razul Butler. He lost control of the car, which reached a speed as much as 3 times the legal limit in the area, and ran into multiple parking meters, and then a wall of a strip mall in Studio City, California. Both Butler and LaBelle died in the single-car accident. Butler was 38, LaBelle was 31. Singer Mandisa made it all the way to the finals of season 5 in 2006, advancing into the top 12 on the strength of powerful performances of songs like Hearts Never and Chaka Khan's I'm Every Woman. She'd finished that iteration of American Idol in 9th place, garnering too few viewer votes for her take on Shania Twain's Any Man of Mine. Within a year, Mandisa was enjoying one of the most successful careers ever for an American Idol contestant. She became a superstar in the world of contemporary Christian pop and gospel, with her 2007 LP True Beauty hitting #1 on Billboard's Top Christian Albums chart, a feat she'd repeat twice with future albums. Mandisa's single Overcomer topped the Christian song chart for weeks, and the album of the same name won the performer the 2014 Grammy Award for Best Contemporary Christian Music Album. On April 18, 2024, Mandisa was found dead in her home in Nashville, a representative for the singer told media outlets. Local authorities in the Franklin Police Department launched an investigation into the cause of death, but ruled out any criminal misbehavior. The American Idol and gospel star was 47 years old. Season 5 winner Taylor Hicks wrote on Instagram, "Mandisa was a powerhouse vocalist on our season of Idol, and she graduated to a wonderful career in gospel music. Better yet, she was a powerhouse person, and all of us will miss her dearly." Rickey Smith passed his second American Idol audition for Season 2, belting out Brian McKnight's One Last Cry. He lasted well into the final rounds, ultimately finishing in 8th place in the 2003 season that culminated in a win for Ruben Studdard. After his time on American Idol, Smith worked on an album in Los Angeles, but it never materialized. He moved back home to Oklahoma and self-released a compilation of his songs, and he found a job singing professionally, serenading customers with Happy Birthday at an Oklahoma City sports bar. In 2008, Smith told USA Today of his career trajectory, "I've made peace with it, but it's still frustrating." In May 2016, Smith was driving an I-240 near Oklahoma City when his car was struck by a drunk driver moving in the wrong direction. Smith was pronounced dead at the scene, having suffered several blunt force injuries. The American Idol standout was 36 years old. Studdard told Billboard, "He was such a great person with such an amazing spirit. Every part of my American Idol experience has Rickey Smith in it. He was my friend and my brother, and I love him." Thanks to a potent performance of the Allman Brothers band Soulshine, C.J. Harris jumped from his Salt Lake City audition spot to the Hollywood round of American Idol in his 2014 season. Earning a wild card from viewer votes, Harris progressed to the weekly live episodes. He would finish his time on season 13 in 6th place, but went on tour with his fellow finalists and released music under his own name in 2019. While living in his hometown of Jasper, Alabama, Harris experienced a serious medical episode in January 2023 and was taken to a hospital. He died of what was later determined to be a heart attack. Harris was 31 years old. Season 13 winner Caleb Johnson said on Instagram, "I am so grateful that our lives got to cross paths in this lifetime. You were a beautiful, kind soul that always made the room brighter with your smile and laughter."
Being a plus-size model is absolutely amazing. It's great that I'm able to represent the average-sized woman.
Joanne Borgella utilized many reality shows to advance her various career goals. In 2005, she won the first season of Oxygen's plus-size beauty pageant and modeling series, Monique's Fat Chance. That landed Borgella a modeling contract and high-profile work as the face of campaigns for Torrid, Ashley Stewart, and Kohl's. But Borgella also wanted to be a singer, and in Season 7 of American Idol, she made it into the top 24. Borgella performed Dionne Warwick's I Say a Little Prayer on television, but it wasn't enough to stave off elimination before the finals. In the fall of 2013, doctors diagnosed Borgella with endometrial cancer, and she openly documented her treatments on her social media accounts. By October 2013, the cancer had metastasized, moving into other parts of the singer's body. Radiation treatments proved ineffective, and Borgella died in October 2014 at the age of 32. On the strength of a spirited, folky performance of Rufus's Tell Me Something Good at her Colorado audition for the 2012 season of American Idol, judges granted Haley Smith a coveted ticket to the Hollywood round. Her throwback style notably impressed Judge and Aerosmith singer Steven Tyler.
"You're right out of my era, and I'm honored to be here listening to your voice."
But that Hollywood level was as far as Smith went on American Idol, failing to make it into the group of the top 12 finalists. Smith, an avid and experienced motorcycle operator, crashed her vehicle in Millinocket, Maine in August 2019. Investigators believe Smith misjudged a difficult turn and lost control of her motorcycle. Her family told TMZ that Smith was too skilled a rider to do something like that and was likely trying to avoid hitting a deer. The accident killed the singer. She was 26 years old.
There's no doubting that you have a good voice.
So is that a yes from you?
Definitely.
While American Idol served as a vehicle to discover, promote, and elevate young and not yet famous singers, it didn't mean that contestants were necessarily unknown or inexperienced. Marque Tate Lynche, for example, auditioned for the 2004 third season of American Idol, a decade after his work as a cast member on the Disney Channel's The All-New Mickey Mouse Club. After singing, dancing, and mugging alongside future stars like Ryan Gosling and Britney Spears, Lynche so expertly delivered a cover of Wind Beneath My Wings that judges advanced him to the competition's round of 32 standouts, but he just missed making it into the group of 12 finalists. On December 6, 2015, Lynche's roommate discovered the singer unresponsive at their New York City apartment. Authorities were called to the scene, and they pronounced Lynche dead. He was 34 years old. 3 months later, the Office of the New York City Chief Medical Examiner published its autopsy findings, ruling that Lynche died from the effects of chronic alcoholism. If you or anyone you know needs help with addiction issues or is struggling in crisis, visit the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration website or contact SAMHSA's National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-4357.